Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you are. My name is George. I will be doing lab on configuring a HTTP load balancer with autoscaling. So let me bring up my window so that you can see me as I work. Okay, so that's that. Let me put that here a bit. Okay, so let's minimize this one. Okay, the first thing you do is you need to right click on this and open a new tab. 1 minute there. Let me get that back. So let me right click, always on top, right click, always visible. Okay, so let me right click on this and open it in a private window. Okay, so I'll move this around a bit. You need to sign in with your Pluralsight account, which is associated with the GATS program. Okay, so all right, so this lab will give you a total of 30 scores, 30 marks, and lasts for 2 hours. Now, like we always say, this you will use to check your progress, and if you click on this, if you haven't completed that step, then the error associated with that step will be presented to you. Okay, so let's look at the overview. This is what we'll be creating, and of course the objectives are this: create a health check firewall rule, create a NAT configuration using cloud router, create a custom image for a web server, create an instance template based on the custom image, and create to manage instance group using those instance templates, and then configure the HTTP load balancer and then stress test it. Okay, so we will do that. We will do that in a bit. We'll do that in a bit. Okay. All right, so let's start the lab. Click on this. Let me get this out of the way. And crosswalks here, here. And that should be it. You select all images. Is there any crosswalk I've missed? Okay, see that one there. All right. Okay, so that goes up. Okay, just give it a few moments and hopefully my internet is working properly. So while that is being provisioned, let's look at the first task, which is create, configure a health check firewall rule. The firewall rule would cover these two subnets. Okay. So we will do that when our this is taking more than it should, but we'll be there in a few minutes. Okay, so it's up and running. Let's quickly open in a new console. Select the username from here, put it here and hit next. Pick up the password, come here and put that here. All right, so click accept. Then here we don't need to do anything. Don't enter any phone numbers. Don't click on update. You're not supposed to update anything. So while that is coming up, we will make preparations for creating our firewall rule. Okay, so each firewall rule should be associated with a network. So in this case, it's default, and we'll be targeting any resource or compute engine resource instance that is with the allow health checks tag. So let's quickly bring this up. Okay. I think my internet is a bit slow, kind of. Okay, I usually bring this up, but let's go to fire. Let's go to network and then firewall. So here we'll have this. Let's select this. That's the name of the firewall rule. Okay. Okay, put that one here. Let me zoom in a bit. Zoom in again so that it's easy for everyone to see. Let me zoom in here too. All right, come back here. So what else? Network is default specified. We will be hitting these tags, any resource that has that tag. Put this one here and hit the space bar. IP range is this. We will, let me copy that. IP ranges, put this one here and then come here and remove this, put that. No, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me put that one and then come here. Oh, let me remove this. I'm not sure I did this one right. Let's paste that one in. Let me cut that one out. Okay, and hit the space bar and then put that one back in, come back here. Hit the space bar again. So what ports we will be working with today? Port 80. Okay. Okay, so the source IP ranges are these two. Okay. So port 80, we'll be working with that. And any other thing, nothing else. So click create. And this is usually very fast. So once you do this, just give it a few seconds and you can check your progress here. So that's done. We've got the first few Max 5. Now create a NAT configuration using Cloud Router. Okay, so we go down to network services. And network services, let's go down. Now network services and then NAT. Okay, so the NAT will be, the gateway will be called NAT config and in the region US Central 1. Let's create that. Okay, so let's give it a name. That name region is US Central 1. Then we'll create a router and the router will be called NAT router US Central 1. And that should be about it. Let's click here, create a new router, give it that name. Network is default, region is this, so click that, and then after that we'll click to create the NAT configuration. Okay, so we do that and we're told to, I think you hold on a few minutes, let this get the green check mark. If it does, then we're good to go. Okay, so that's good. Let's come here and then click here. And of course, we get our 5 marks again. Okay, so now the next thing we're supposed to do is to create a custom image for a web server. So we create an instance group called web server in the region this and zone this and of machine type N1 and then machine series N1 and machine type of F1 micro. So let's do that now. Let's click here. This. All right, so create. All right, so it's called web server and and it's in the region this A, so this is correct. Series is N1, pick it down, then micro F1 micro small machine. Is there any other thing? Then we'll click on this and unselect delete boot disk when instance is deleted. So let's go down here and then click on disks and then remove this, unselect that one, click networking and then put this tag. So that tag is necessary so that the firewall rule created previously will affect this particular machine. And then under interfaces, click defaults. Oh, it's there already. Okay, click default. I think we want to do something. And then under external IP, click none. So no external IP, none. Okay, and then click done and then click create. Done and click create. Okay, so it doesn't have an external IP, so it can only be reached within the same network within VPC, within GCP. Okay, so customize the VM. We'll SSH into it and then run these following commands. Let's if you see, okay, so let's do that. Let's go back here. Let's close this one. Okay, it's ready. We SSH into it. Okay, and that is up. Come on here. Let's make this a bit smaller. Okay, let's retry. I think we had network issues. A bit bigger, and we'll make this. Let me increase the font. No, the text size large. Okay, I think that's good enough for us to see, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's go over here and see what we're supposed to do. Okay, so we're supposed to run this. Let's do that. Let me take this up a bit. Let me come to the bottom. It says sudo apt get updates. Okay, if that works, you do sudo apt get install y apache 2, and then what again, and we'll start the service. Okay, let me do that in one stretch. Okay, if I use the and operator, that means if the previous command doesn't run, the last one doesn't. So what else? And then curl. Okay, so let's do that one, and it goes. So you do that one. Okay, so let me see this. Let's see. All right, so largest. Okay, so let's try this one out. Okay, so that's been done. All right, so let's curl the local host. Okay. All right, so it works. So that works there. Set the Apache service to start at boot. You run this command. So let's type that, or you can copy and paste. I prefer you type so that Apache 2 enable. Okay, sudo is not found. It's up. Okay, that's been done. Okay, so in the Cloud Console, select Web Server and then click Reset. Okay, so let's come here, Web Server, come down here, Reset. Okay. All right, reset performs a hard reset on the instance, which wipes the memory contents of the machine and resets the virtual machine to its initial state. Okay, this can lead to file corruption. Do you want to reset? Yes. Let's do that. Okay. Okay, the reset will stop and reboot the machine. It keeps the same IPs and the same persistent boot disk, but memory is wiped. Therefore, if the Apache server is available for the reset, was successful. Okay, all right, so we'll still check our Apache and know if it's still available. Let's check here. That's it. Retry. Let's reconnect. It might take a while to reconnect. Okay, it's up and running already. So let's do sudo service apache to status. All right, so it's running, it's active, and there it is, it's running. Okay, so now, okay, prepare the disk to create a custom image. On the VM instance page, click web server to view the VM instance details. On the boot disk, verify that when deleting instance is set to keep disk. Return to the VM instance page, click this, and then click delete. So let's click this. Okay, so we'll look at the details. We'll check to see if the boot disk would not be deleted when the machine itself will be deleted. So let's check that one out. Okay, that's the boot disk. All right, so it says keep disk. When deleting instance, keep disk. Okay, so that's the case. We'll come back here. Okay, so we can just pick here, delete, and then delete this one. Okay, you can also select it here and then click this to delete that particular instance. Okay, so we create a custom image from that boot disk. So okay, the name of the image is this, my web server, and the disk source disk is web server. So let's do that. Let's create an image from the disk. Okay, create an image here and name, enter the name. Source disk is web server. Do we need to change another thing? You have created a custom image that multiple identical web servers can be started from. At this point, you could delete the web server disk. Okay, so let's create that. Every other thing should be as is, and then create. So it said at this point we can delete the disks. So let's see. Okay, let's go down to the bottom. I'm thinking the one we just created is at the bottom. I don't see it yet, so let's refresh this page. Let's go back to the top. Okay, so that's it. It's been created. Size is 10 gigabytes. Disk size is 10 gigabytes. Okay. Let's hold on. When it's done creating that image, we will delete the disk. So we'll do that. We could check our progress here. Let's see if it will. Okay, that was done. Okay, so let's go to disks and look for that disk and delete it. Okay, you charge for this disk, so we should delete it. Let's hide the info panel and delete the disk. Delete that one. And go back to let's go back here. Alright, so it's still creating this deleted. I hope it doesn't cost us something. Okay, so now fourth step, the task is configure an instance template and create instance group using that template. So let's create instance templates, and the first one is this. Machine type is this, boot this cheat, and we'll take that custom image and set up the tags. External IP none. Okay, so let's, all right, so that's up and running. Let's go to instant templates. You could actually create an instance group, and then in the course of, because the instance group needs an instance template, it will ask that you create one, and you can use that opportunity to create one. So you can either come in from the instance group side, or you can actually just create a template first, then later on create the instance group using that template. Okay, so let's see what and what we're supposed to do. Machine type is F1. Okay, so let's go. Machine type is F1, of course, under the N1 series. Come here, pick this, and then we change this. Under custom images, we pick, okay, let's hold on. Okay, so the image, we'll have our image there. Select that image and then go to network, add the tags. Okay, and then external IP none. Okay, external IP none. Okay, all right, so that's one. Create a manage instance group, one in US and one in Europe. Okay, so let's start with the one in the US. Let's call this multiple zones US central one, and the template we use is this. Then we'll set up the auto scaling instance. Okay, no, so let me do it this way. Let me come from here. So you could either click here to create one, or you come here and say create instance group using that template. The advantage here, it puts in a lot of the things you're supposed to change, so you don't have to worry yourself about that. Okay, so okay, let's under scaling metrics, under metric type, select HTTP load balancer utilization. Okay, on the auto scaling metrics, okay, let's click on this HTTP load balancer utilization, done, and then set cooldown period to 60 seconds. Enter minimum number 1 and max 2. Okay, minimum number 1, max 2. Cooldown period is 60 seconds. Okay, all right. For health check, to create the health check, this health check type is TCP. Health check, create a health check, put this as the name. TCP type, we have different types: HTTPS, HTTP, and SSL. We're using TCP here, and save and continue. Then we check out save and continue. Okay, save and continue. The initial delay before the health check starts running is 300. In this case, we will put that at 60 seconds. 60 seconds, and then click OK. Click create, and okay. Make the information, okay, we're missing something. Okay, so let's go back up, we're missing something. Alright, so let's go back here. Okay, we didn't put, it said HTTP load balancer utilization, percentage wasn't entered. So let's go back up and see what is expected. Okay, 80, so let's put 80 there. Alright, and done. Sorry, you know, it's this, I did 80, so why is it complaining? All right, so let's go back down here and click this. It's not complete. Okay, we'll do that later. All right, so we'll create the load balance itself, then we'll do the one for Europe. Okay, so let's go here, let's go to this and then pick this one up from here, instance templates. All right, this time is in Europe. All right, and let's see, multiple zones, Europe West 1. Okay, Europe West 1, Europe West 1. All right, autoscaling. What are the autoscaling metrics? HTTP load balance, same utilization, 80 for utilization. Level, that's 80, sorry, 80. Click done. Cooldown period is 60, minimum instance is 1, max 2. So let's give this 2. And then health checks. We'll use the other health checks we used previously. Select this, delay 60, and then create. All right, so let's create that one. Create a health check. Okay, it's not running. Okay, let's refresh this page if I'm not mistaken. Hope everything will be kept the way it is. So let's see. Okay, so let's go back and see. Actually, you could just wait for the other instance group to be created and you do the same thing for the instance group in Europe region. Okay, but of course you could just do both at the same time, but you need to allow the health check to be in place so that you can use it for the second template instance group. Sorry. Okay. So it didn't go, so Europe is gone. All right, so let's go this. We should be able to remember most of what we were supposed to do. This and this 80 done, and this should be 2, and then check. There you go, have that there. Cooldown period should be 60. Check that and be sure. Initial delay is 60, please, not cooldown period. Click OK and we create. Okay. All right. Okay. Click OK. Okay. All right. So let's. Oh. Okay, I think it's complaining. Okay, we have not set that one up yet. We haven't set the load balance up, so it will complain. There's no backend. We'll fix that one. So let's check our progress. So we have to wait for it to provision this instance group. Then we can now check our progress. Okay, so we're online, so let's check it again. All right, so verify the backends are being created. So let's go here. Let me open instances here. We should see one instance in US Central and the other one in Europe coming up gradually. All right, both are up. Okay, all right. Now configure the HTTP load balancer. Okay, configure the HTTP load balancer to balance traffic between the two backends, US Central MIG and Europe West 1 MIG. Okay, load balancing. Go to network services. Click on this. Network services load balancing. Okay, create that one. Click on that, and then under HTTP load balancing, click start configuration. This says start configuration. Okay. All right. Now it is select from internet to my VMs. The name of this load balancer is HTTP-LB. So from internet to my VMs. Okay, we'll create a forwarding rule that forwards traffic to the backends, and of course the backends will, the instance groups will be added to the backends, and then we'll forward traffic there. Now click backend configuration. Okay, backend configuration. Let's bring this one down. For the backend, this click create or select backend services and backend buckets. Backend services, create a backend service. Backend service, call this. Okay, so service, create backend service. All right, so get that the name and instance group, and then port number is 80. Rate balancing mode is rate. Maximum request per second is 50, and capacity is 100. Okay, did I get all that? Okay, instance group is instance group. All right, instance group. All right, we'll get that. Timeout port is this. Okay, instance group is this. Port number is 80. Rates and max is 50. 50, capacity of 100. Okay, do that one. Then we'll add another backend. This time Europe, and here the max backend utilization. Here is utilization and not rate. Okay, so the balancing mode in this case is rates. Pick this one, port number 80. Utilization is okay, 80-100. Okay, 80-100. All right. Okay, so select the HTTP health check. Okay, so we select this, and then specify the rate as 1. Rate is 1. Okay, let's see what that is. Sampling probability. Okay, configure the front end. Front ends, we're going to have this. So maybe create, then configure front end. Ignore this and IPv4, and let's see. Ephemeral, this done, and the IPv6 port 80. Okay, so here we have this done. Add another backend. This time it's IPv6 and that. Okay, so then click done. Okay, review and finalize. So we review. Okay, instance group. Okay, and of course click create. All right, so let's click this one. Okay, very soon this will be removed. Okay. Alright, so note the IP addresses of load balancer for the next tasks. Let's see, this isn't up yet, so but let's give it a few. Okay, so it's up. Let's click this. Okay, so IP addresses for the backends. Let's refresh this ones. Okay, so the probe has started. Okay, so it will soon be up. Let's come back here. Let's click this to see our progress. We've done that one. Now stress test this. Now that you have created the HTTP load balance for your backends, it's time to verify the traffic. The HTTP load balancer should forward traffic to the region that is closest to you. I would think so. Access the HTTP load balancer. Open a new tab and put this, the IP address, okay, of this one. That's this one here. Copy and put that one here. Alright, so just a few. Take a couple of minutes. In the meantime, you might get a 44 or 502 error. Okay, so let's hold done. Meanwhile, let's create a new VM to stress test. So the VM is called stress test, micro and US West C. Let's put that one and come here. Always remember to pick the N1 series, else you won't see the F1 micro. Then every other thing should be the same. Okay, we take the custom image. I'll click this and select. Okay, so let's come here. Let's go back up here, change this. Let's do custom image. Alright, so let's pick an image, this one, and then hit that. Come down here to create. Okay, so we will do this, SSH into this. This was already opened, so let's close this one. Alright, let's close this one. Okay, let's close that one. So let's check this, and by now it should be up. Still complaining. Alright, let's go back to the back ends and instance group in a new tab. Still working on that, so let's ignore that one. Let's look at our, okay, this is up, and then we'll SSH into it. Okay, so okay, let me increase the font size or text size largest. Let's get the IP address of. Okay, that thing will copy more than what we expect, but we'll fix that one. Then, alright, so let's come here. Alright, so let's do export lb underscore IP. So we'll come back here. so we've done that, and we echo that, of course, to be sure. Echo VIP. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we have the IP address. Then we run this command. Let's clear the page. Alright, so AB and 500,000 count 1 TP. Alright, so it's doing that, and then we click to check our progress. We're done. Now we'll go to load balancing, click backends here. Come here, backends. Alright, and then click this one. Alright, now monitor the front end location to the inbound traffic. Okay, front end location, total inbound traffic. Okay, this takes quite a bit. Okay, it's up now, so let's come here and refresh this. Okay, I think I have something better to present. Alright. Okay, nothing is showing up here, but stress tests should be going on. Okay, still doing. Okay, so just give it a few moments and we should see some stuff. Okay, we'll monitor this one. Let's open MIG instant groups. Okay, here's the US. Yeah, Central US. Let's click this one. And then we'll check out click monitoring to monitor this. Okay, click monitoring. Let's click this one. Okay, as in size, let's check that one out. Okay, so currently it's just one. Okay, nothing is shown up here. Okay, it's all right. Okay, so there you go. Most of the traffic is going to the US Central. A limited number is going to Europe. Let me refresh this and let me. Okay, and check stuff. All right, load balancing instance group. Open a new tab. Okay, still one. Okay, the bot is ready. Alright, so let's see. Alright. Okay, close this one, this one. Okay, traffic is changed. Okay, do that for that's instance group monitoring. Go back here for Europe. Okay, it's 2. This one is 2. Okay, let's remember this monitoring. I keep showing 1, but it's 2 there. Okay. Actually 2. I see there. Alright, so that's basically end of the lab. Of course, we got all our 30 scores, 30 marks. So close that one. Alright, so let's check on this again. Switch back to Europe. Let's see our stress still ongoing. Alright, so good to go. Alright, so repeat review, and we can end the lab now. Okay. Alright, so let's Control C. Alright. Okay. And then we'll close it, and then we now close all this. Remember to end your lab. If you don't, next time you try to log in with the same credentials, this lab will still be open and you'll have issues. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and please leave your likes and follows. Have a nice day, and bye-bye.